Finding investors is always top of mind when it comes to being in the sourcing business. I'll show you in a sec how I found investors prior to COVID. I am looking for investors that are HMO, multi-let, student accommodation, and Airbnb investors. You ticked any of those boxes, I've got 2 deals. One is in Northcliffe and one is in Melville. I was part of a network called Sapin, and this is how I would go in, month out, so that I could literally make my name be known. So when people think of, I need a sourcing deal, they think of me. During that period of time as well, I've also gone online, and that's also what I'm going to show you today, so that we can actually see a method of finding investors when you are online. Welcome to my channel. My name is Genevieve Stafford Jack. If you are new here, welcome. We've been waiting for you. If you're returning, I'd love to say you're in for another treat. So let's go quickly online so I can show you how, when I am online, I find investors, I connect with them, I have conversations with them. Maybe not all of them will respond to me, but I find that if I go in and I have a schedule of doing this at least 1 hour a day, then at least I'll be able to make myself known to at least 50 people in a week. Let's quickly go over to my laptop so that I can get into my LinkedIn profile to show you what it is, not only to show you what it is, but to show you the power of simple things that you can do to tweak your LinkedIn profile to get connected to property investors. As you can see, this is my profile. It's pretty clear about what it is that I do. As you scroll down, you'll see the About section. You go in there, it goes into a long story of who I help, and the Featured section has Booked Call. You can download my book for free, or you can even listen to a video on YouTube for free. The best part is going up to search, you type in Property Investors South Africa, selected, go into that, you'll be able to start connecting with people whose names associate with property investor, just like Sean Thompson, who was my trainer during me getting started in property. You'll also find companies that are in property investment. You'll find different groups. And in these groups, this is where I find a couple of people to see who actually comments. When I click on see all groups, I'm then able to see quite a few groups and interrogate each of the groups. Now let's go back up and go into the previous page. As you scroll down, you'll be able to see other people. These are your first and your second levels. Boom, there we go. We found Andrew Walker. Andrew Walker was our first coach within property investing. So he owns the network called Sapin, and this is where we were able to connect with quite a few people when we started within our journey. You see, Andrew gave birth to his brainchild Sapin. Why? Because when he came back from the UK, he did not find many networking events or groups of people that specifically networked around property investing. Now, as you can see, this is how you can search for people. But here's where it all comes together. It all comes together because my profile, as I showed you in the beginning, actually shares with you who I am, how you can contact me, if you want to read up more about me. And it doesn't matter whether you are interested in getting started in property sourcing, or are you an investor that is looking for a cash flowing deal. It really doesn't matter who you are, but you will get a sense about who I am when you get to my profile, right? So that sounds a little bit selfish, but that's what putting your best foot forward looks like when you're on LinkedIn. Because dressing up your profile according to what you do, when you are connecting to people, people tend to say, look, I don't know this first person. They may be connected to my first level. They may be connected to my second level, but let me mosey on over to their profile so that I could actually get a feel of who they are. And I believe this is how it comes together online, particularly in LinkedIn. And there's just another tidbit for those that use LinkedIn aggressively. You will know the different, I think there's little acronyms that they use, and the one acronym is called LION, and it really just says, look, I am open to network. So if you send me invites, I'm cool, I'm going to accept it, and I won't think you spammy. So also get to learning about the social media platforms that we have at our fingertips. Now, mosing over to Facebook. What is for me interesting about Facebook, I'm not going to go into it, but what's interesting about Facebook that I learned over a period of time, there are a lot more people on Facebook for me, in my case, that want to learn about getting started within property investing or specifically in property sourcing. So what I've done on my Facebook cover, I've literally got the picture of my property sourcing class, and when they click on there, they'll be able to click on a link that reads them through information about what is property sourcing even before they join my class, because I've got prerequisites. You can't just join the class when you don't have a background or some sort of education within property investing, because you will get lost. And right here on YouTube, I've taken it a step further to say, if you are interested, test the waters, see if this works for you. So at the end of March, what I did was I did a free training right here on YouTube. Collectively, all these videos got almost 1,000 views if you had to put all of them together. So now think about this. There's people that consistently came through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of this before the Easter weekend, and said, I want to learn about property investing. I want to get unstuck where I am. I want to get into sourcing. And Genevieve keeps saying, property investing education is the base of all strategies. When you got your baseline sorted out, then you can jump into property sourcing. And this is what I find collectively, as we are going forward within the space of COVID, we want to connect with people, but we also want to do it in the safest possible way. And this is how I found LinkedIn a winning strategy even prior to COVID. Because when we were in COVID already, I was able just to take things up a notch. You know, having those quick private meetings on Zoom, or going to view a property quickly, knowing that you're going to be able to pass on a deal. And that's also part of what I teach my students, so that they can win and finding property investors for their deal sourcing business, for their startup business, whatever it is that they are doing in real estate, for their joint venture strategies, you name it, they're able to attain it right here on social media. So I wonder what it is that you're waiting for. If you're interested in getting started in property sourcing, I'd like to invite you to say, go down in the description below. You'll be able to see a lot more about the property sourcing class. Read up about it. If you feel that that fits for you, don't wait too long. I have these classes once every second month, and this is how I learn to give back to the community at large, where I teach for free many things on my channel, but the things that need the next 8 to 10 hours for me and you to connect, we do so in a Zoom room, and you know that you've got your spot. Bring a friend if you need to. That's what the invite is about. You come invest in your spot. Bring a friend if you want to. If you don't need to, then don't. But I make it flexible that way, so that you are able to learn together with people that are meaningful in your property investing journey. I look forward to seeing you. Will I see you at the property sourcing class in July?